Hi, friends. Long time no see. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Courtney. I am a Gen X stay at home mom and wife and aspiring author. And this is the place where I chat about my author journey. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been a rough couple of months. So I had a plan for Camp NaNoWriMo, and that was to finish the draft of my current work in progress. Um, I did not finish the draft during camp, but I am finished with it now. I'm not exactly sure how that happened. Camp, like the month of camp, was really stressful for me, and a lot was going on just like in my real life. I have my father is 92, he'll be 93 in June, and he is in really declining health. And he had been sort of in and out of the hospital at the beginning of the year with some different things. And then he, from the hospital, they sent him to like a rehab facility. And then while he was in the rehab facility, we sort of met as a family to kind of figure out what needed to be done. He had been living at home still. I have an older brother um, who was living with my dad and was like his primary caregiver. So I'm 49. I'll be 50 in August, and my siblings are a great deal older than me. So my older brother is 71. And he is not like, his health hasn't been great that year. His health has not been that great this year either. Um, and so caring for my dad on top of like his own health issues really became something that was like unmanageable. So we sort of came together as a family and decided that it was time to put my dad in a long term nursing facility. And so, yeah, that was it. That was just, it's, if you've ever been in that situation, it's a really tough call to make. My dad was upset because he wanted to go home. Most of, although, um, like in the last year, his like mentally he's been declining a lot more. I think for 92, he is like very lucid, and most of his ailments at this point are physical. Um, And so, he was very upset. He did not initially want to go, and that's just, it's really like heartbreaking. It's really, I don't want to cry about it, but it's a really, really tough decision for a family to make. And then, we were figuring out where to send him to, and all of that kind of stuff. And then as a result of my brother's ailing health, I have taken on the role of like the point of contact for his care plans. I'm his power of attorney and all of that. And so just getting things in order in terms of like insurance and finances and all of that stuff has been really complicated and stressful and emotional and all of the things. So that kind of happened during the month of camp and has been going on since. And so I don't know how I managed to finish the draft. It is not, it's underwritten, and I know that this, but I wanted to finish it. So right now it's at about 57,000 words. Like I said, it's underwritten. I'd like for it to end up at least 85. So I do have some work to do on it. Um, I really had intentions on having it drafted and sent off to betas and back in my hands, um, to do rewrites like during May, because I wanted to send it off to an editor in June, um, so that I could have it published this summer. That goal is, I mean, the timeline has been pushed back. It's still a feasible option, but right now there are so many things going on in my life that I don't really have control over, um, that it's really hard for me to plan those things. And part of me wants to get it done because I feel like if the situation with my father worsens, I just like emotionally, it won't be something that I can commit to. I lost um, my mom 3 years ago, and at like having lived through that, I just know that grief is a complicated emotion, and it's not a linear process. And so, um, if things worsen with my dad, I'm not sure kind of, yeah, where my head would be. So part of me wants to push to get it done, just to give myself grace if and when I sort of need to take a step back from everything in my life. Um, so I don't know. And then the other thing is, I have my grandson is 8 months old, and I have been keeping him during the day while my daughter and her partner are both working. So I keep him 4 days a week from about 8:30 until 4:45, 5 o'clock ish. Um, and my youngest is 9, and I totally forgot how exhausting and intense it can be to take care of a baby, especially a decade later. Um, and he also has just started crawling, which means he's mobile, which means I can't just like sit him in a spot and expect he's just gonna like hang out there, because he's mobile, he's very curious, he is getting into things a lot more, which requires a lot more of my attention. He is also um, like teething and going through growth spurts, and so his nap schedule changes, um week to week, sometimes day to day. So I can't always count on having, in 90 minutes in the morning and 90 minutes in the afternoon, which is the way I had been like scheduling my time. So I would use his morning nap to do some writing sprints and get some writing done, and then use his afternoon nap to do the things that I needed to do around the house or start dinner or whatever the case may be. But since, um, sometimes he will take just one long nap, and I never really know what it's going to be. He also is not sleeping. He had been sleeping in his crib that we have for him here, but now he's decided that he just doesn't want to do that. Um, and so a lot of times he will want me to hold him while he sleeps, which is perfectly fine with me because I want to cuddle him all the time. But it does put a damper on my writing. Um, so that is where I am. I am starting um, on the second draft of this book, some things have changed drastically. Some things have not, but I do like, I feel like it's very, like, what I'm telling you is very vague, but it is, I can tell you, as I am trying to work on the blurb for this story. So it is a contemporary romance. Both of the main characters are in their 40s. I haven't really figured out their exact ages yet. Like, I think I want to put them at 45 at least, but I'm not exactly sure. Um, and it is basically like a marriage of convenience kind of trope, which my two favorite tropes are marriage of convenience and fake dating. Mostly because it takes out some of my anxiety. Like, the couple are already together. Now they just need to like get it together to be together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they meet and there is a marriage of convenience, and then they are trying to work through basically a life, or at least an adulthood of like issues to um give this thing a go. I will say that he falls first, and hardest, and she is kind of a hard sell on the entire situation. So that is where I am. I just wanted to pop in and do a little update. I do want to try to commit to doing one video a week, even if it's just like a little sit down update. I have been doing participate not in live streams themselves, but like in the replays of them, which has been really helpful for my writing, actually. So, yeah, I'm hoping that I can kind of get my shit together and get the second draft of this book where I want it to be and send it off to beta readers. Uh, I want to say betas will have it at the end of June. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to manifest that for myself. And yeah, so I do want to try to do at least one video a week. Did I already say that? I think I already said that. Even if it's just like a little kind of sit down state of what the hell I'm doing with my writing video. Um, and those will likely be on Thursdays. And that's just because I don't have the baby on Wednesday. And so I'm trying to use that as kind of like my do all the things day in terms of like home admin stuff. And like I've been scheduling any doctor's appointments that I have on Wednesdays, meetings that I have on Wednesdays. And then I also want to try to film some content on Wednesdays as well. So that is a quick update on kind of what's been going on with me. If you are writing, leave me a comment and let me know what kind of progress you're making. I could really use all of the good news right now. So I would love to cheer you on as you make progress on your project. Um, and if you have made it this far, I appreciate you watching the video. If you want to see more from me, then click the subscribe button down below, tap the notifications, so that you will know when I upload, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.